Now it's time to play America's favorite game, What's Next? Sarah, let's start with you. Paul Manafort kind of can't get any worse with this guy. What do you think's next?
Well, he's been demoted, obviously. He's been playing this incredibly minor role in the campaign, which is called campaign manager. So we've seen him being distanced and his role being diminished over time. I'm sure that the Trump people are hoping he's going to just entirely disappear, but I think he'll come up again and again in this Russia investigation. All
right, from bad to worse, best down to you on the floor of the stock exchange. What's next for Bill Ackman?
So, as we know, Bill Ackman sold out of Valiant for about a $4 billion loss, and now he has to face an insider trading lawsuit that could cost him another $2 billion, which, of course, he's denied all wrongdoing.
All right, Emily, now the $8 trillion question. What's next for Trump care, Ryan care, Devin Nunes care, Freedom Caucus care, whatever care?
Well, I think it's changing minute by minute. As we know, the Freedom Caucus is at the White House right now. Paul Ryan has already pushed back his press conference. Right. Which signals that we don't know where this is headed. It's supposed to go to a vote tonight, but your guess is as good as mine.
Maya, back to you down the floor of the stock exchange again. It's been a rough couple of weeks for Evan Spiegel since we were last down there watching Snapchat go public. What's next for Evan Spiegel's net worth?
He's lost a significant amount of money over the past couple of weeks as the stock has plummeted, but it looks like they're getting some buy ratings now on Snap finally. So that bodes well, and the markets are volatile, so things are going to go up and down for a little while for Evan.
Hey, Nick, let's go out to you in California. You mentioned this in an earlier segment, that in any sort of public company setting, Travis Kalanick would be in deep trouble. In fact, he might even be out after a series of scandals like this. Is there a world in which Travis Kalanick is not the CEO of Uber?
The only world in which Travis Kalanick is not the CEO of Uber is if there is no longer an Uber. I think that he is going to weather the storm, even though there will probably be more storms, and I think that's what's next for the company.
Well, Nick, let's stay with you for 1 second. In terms of how he pivots out of this, obviously they're doing the COO thing where they're trying to find the adult, even though Kalanick is not a 24-year-old kid, he's a 40-year-old COO. What else can they do in terms of acquiring, iterating, pivoting, all those, Silicon Valley terms? What can they do to get out of this mess?
Well, I think that it really comes down to Travis. I think that, Travis has to come across as a nice guy. Maybe he needs to start volunteering at soup kitchens and have someone Snapchat it, or just start doing some more public speaking where he's actually humble. And I think that it's really going to come down to him and how he's perceived publicly to how the company is perceived.
Well, let's tag team the final one. We have Dina Powell, Gary Cohn, and Ivanka Trump. Sarah and Emily, you're the experts on these New Yorkers, Democrats, liberals. I'm not sure what they're called, but this ascendant force in the West Wing. Sarah, let's start with you. What's next for this group?
Well, I think if you're looking strictly at the short term, I think they're in for a lot of fights because this is the sort of thing where this is where the rubber hits the road in terms of what Trump actually represents. He ran as an outsider, but he has all these sort of insider lefties who are working for him. Long term, Ivanka is the next commander-in-chief. I mean, she's clearly
the
like Donald
commander-in-chief.
He's sort of her advance team, but I think that she's got a long way to go before she can actually claim that throne.
Emily, what do you think?
What I'm interested in the short term is how both Dina and Ivanka swear if this health care bill does get passed. How do you say I'm an advocate for women when your father is cutting maternity care, when he's cutting, preventative health care for women? My guess is she will do as she has done for the rest of the administration, which is stay silent on issues that don't suit her agenda.
Right. She may actually get a win on this one, given that even if it does somehow pass the House tonight, it seems likely that they'll add into whatever issues the House Freedom Caucus wants that makes it totally unpalatable to the Senate. So, like always, Ivanka's going to win.
Good for her.